Bole Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Devotees, blessings to all of you who have joined us here this early as we begin our puja. So we concentrate upon Devi. Om Tat Sat Swasti Vachan. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Atkatyayani Shanti Prayogaha. Om Adau Ganapating Bande Vignanasham Vinayakam Rishing Shadeva Jananing Grihasthapam Marvai. Om Swastena Indro Bridhasravaha Swastena Pusha Vishwe Vedaha Swastena Takshayura Vishtanemi Swastino Brihaspati Dathatum. Om Paya Prithiviyam Payausadhishu Payo Dibyantarikshi Payodha Payashvati Pradesha Shantu Miham. Om Vishnu Ratmasi Vishnu Shnaptestu Vishnu Shurasi Vishnu Dhravasi Vishnu Vaishnavamasim Vishnavetva Agni Devta Vato Devta Suryo Devta Chandrama Devta Vasvo Devta Rudro Devta Aditya Devta Maruto Devta Vishwe Deva Devta Brihaspati Devtendro Devta Varuno Devta. Om Dhyau Shantir Antarikshagvam Shanti Prithivi Shantir Apah Shanti Aushadhya Shanti Banaspatiya Shanti Vishwe Deva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhe Shanti. Boliye Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Adi Shakti Jagadamba Mata ki. Kindly be seated, devotees. Take your seats. Okay? Rest your right hand on the belly. Concentrate on Mother Earth. Jai Prithvi Ma. Om Bhurasi Bhumirasa Ditirasi Vishwadhara Vishwasya Dhartri Prithvi Yash Prithvi Dirinch Prithvi Mahinsihi. Om Prithvi Tvayadhrita Loka Devitvam Vishnu Nardhata Tvang Chadhara Mang Deving Pavitram Kuruchasanam. Prithvi Mata Namunma. Bow. All right, take up some rice. We do invocation. Om Gananang Tva Ganapating Gvam Havamihe Priyanang Tva Priyapating Gvam Havamihe Nidhinang Tva Nidhipating Gvam Havamihe Vasu Mama Ahamajani Garbhadama Tamajasi Garbhadam. Om Sarvamangal Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sadavasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Ang Jwalit Mukhe Arun Mata Varun Pita Shandil Gotra Pavakanam Agni Devai Namostute. Om Agach Deva Devesha Tejo Rasi Jagatpate Kriyamanang Maya Pujang Grihan Sursattama. Om Nana Ratna Samayuktam Kartaswara Vibhushatam Asanam Deva Devesha Prichartam Pratigrihitam. Offer Samphan of Ganesh Baba. Om Ganganapataye Namah Devi. Om Namaschandikayai. Little bit each place. Yeah. Namaschandikayai Devi Shiva. Om Namah Shivai. Again Devai Namah. Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Panchamrit. Ajwa peace please. Om Payudadhi Ghritam Chaivam Madhu Cha Sharkarayutam Panchamritam Mayanitam Snanartham Pratigrihitam. Om Panchamrit Snanam Samarpayami. Alright, water now. Om Varunasyotam Bhanamasi Varunasya Skambha Sarjanisto Varunasarita Sadanyasi Varunasarita Sadanamasi Varunasarita Sadanmasit Shadhodak Snanam Samarpayami. January, Yagyopavit. Read one for Ganesh Baba. It in the bold right there, see there? Yeah. Om Yagyopavitam Paramam Pavitram Prajapati. Read one for Ganesh Baba. यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवित्रं प्रजापतिर्यत्सहजं पुरुषात् आयुष्यमग्रं प्रतिमुञ्च शुभ्रं यज्ञोपवीतं बलमस्तु तेज यज्ञोपवीत समर्पयामि. You have one for yagin? Oh, I put chandan each place. Om Srikhand Chandanam Divyam Gandhadhyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Sulaseshtam Chandanam Pratigrihitam. Chirpund, right? Chandanam Samarpayami. Okay, cotton wool. Om Veda Sukta Samayukta Yagyasam Samanvide Sarva Varna Pradadeva Basasi Pratigrihitam Vastram Samarpayami. Hardi. Om Haridra Ranjita Devi Sukha Saubhagya Dayini Tasmatvam Pujayam Yatra Sukha Shantim Prayachami. Om Haridram Samarpayami. Sindur. Om Sinduram Shubhanam Raktam Saubhagyam Sukha Vardhanam Shubhadam Kamadam Chaiva Sinduram Pratigrihitam. Sprinkle some on Lord Ganesh Murti too, na? Sprinkle some on your Murti, Jan, on Ganesh Baba Murti. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Dubgas. Om Kandat Kandat Prarohanti Purushah Purushaspari Evanu Durve Pratanu Sahastrena Shatena Cha Durva Ankuran Samorpayami Ganganapataye Namah Namaschandikaya Namah Shivaya Om Brahmagnaye Namaha. Right, of a wise each place. Om Akshata Raktatandula Kumkumena Virajita Mayani Verita Bhaksha Akshatam Pratigrihitam Akshatan Samarpayami. Flowers. Bay leaf for Ganesh Baba. Om Bilva Patram Pushpam Samarpayami. Offer flowers too. Right. Neem Durgama. Om Namaschandikaya. Flowers, Pushpam Samarpayami, bay leaf, Shivaji, Bilva Patram, Pushpam Samarpayami, Namah Shivaya. Agindev, Pushpam Samarpayami, perfume each place. Om Gandham Samarpayami, Uma Maheshwaraya Namo Namah, Om Namah Shivaya Ganganapatiye Namah, incense. Pass it on everything. Om Banaspati Rasodbhuto Gandhadhyo Gandha Uttama Agriyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam Dhupam Samarpayami Ganganapataye Nama Uma Maheshwaraye Namo Nama Agindevaye Namaha. Alright, aarti. Om Sajang Chavrati Sanyuktam Vahin Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihandi Vese Tailokiti Mirapam Deepam Samarpayami. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai, Jagadamba Mata ki jai, Umapati Mahadeva ki prasadam. Lord Ganesh, offer a little bit into the fire. Ganganapataye Namah SWAHA. Right, offer to Lord Ganesh. Om Sharkara Khand Khadyani Dadhi Chir Hitani Cha Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha Naivedyam Pratigrihitam Ganganapataye Namah Naivedyam Samarpayami. Om Ashmanam Samarpayami. Perfect idea. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Leave it there yet. Put it in front. Right. Devi. Burn piece and put it into the fire. That's what I like it yet. Put piece in the fire. Om Rim Sim Chandikaya Namah SWAHA. Right, light the can for now. You offer to Devi. Durgama Naivedyam Deepam Samarpayami. Om Dhupa Deep Naived Aarti Mohan Bhog Lagaya. Dhanu Bhagat Maya Tere Gungave Man Banchit Phal Paya. Om Sharkara Khand Khadyani दधि क्षीर्घितानि च आहारं भक्ष्यभोजं च नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः। बोलिए श्री आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। Offer fire in the fire. All right, offer prasad. Put it right in front right there. All right, Lord Shiva. Offer some mini fire. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Mahadev Baba Naivedyam Samarpayami. Om Sharkara Khand Khadyani Dadhi Chirghitani Sha Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Om Har Har Mahadev Naivedyam Achmanam Samarpayami Tambulam Pungi Param Samarpayami. Boli Sumapati Mahadev ki. Offer whatever on the tree prasad together. Om Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Chamayadatam Grihitam Purushotamaha Achmanam Samarpayami. All right, you can take out the flowers and put in front of the murti, put a very prasad. So devotees, we make preparations for our Havan. So we begin with Gayatri Mantra 5 times. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Swaha. Om Prajapati Swaha. Idam Prajapati Idam Namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idam Namama. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Sumaya Swaha. Idam Sumaya Idam Namama. Om Bhu Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha. Idam Vaivi Idam Namama. Om Swaha Swaha. Idam Suryaya Idam Namama. Gajanan Swami. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah. Kalima. Mahalakshmi Ma. Saraswati Ma. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते नारायणाय। ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम चंद्रदेवाय स्वाहा, मंगलदेवाय स्वाहा, बुधदेवाय स्वाहा, बृहस्पतिदेवाय स्वाहा, शुक्रदेवाय स्वाहा, शनिदेवाय स्वाहा, राहवे नमः स्वाहा, केतवे नमः स्वाहा, ब्रह्मग्नये नमः स्वाहा, इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा, कुलदेवाय स्वाहा, अष्टांगदेवाय स्वाहा, ग्रामदेवाय स्वाहा, वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा, सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवी भ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। मृत्युंजय मंत्र। बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की। ओम हौम ओम जूम ओम सह।
ओम स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम स्वाहा ओम भुवः ओम भुवः ओम सः ओम जूम ओम हौं ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। ओम हौं ओम जूम ओम सः ओम भूर् ओम भुवः ओम स्वः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम स्वाहा ओम भुवः ओम भूर् ओम सः ओम जूम ओम हौं ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। ओम हौं ओम जूम ओम सः ओम भूर् ओम भुवः ओम स्वः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम स्वाहा ओम भुवः ओम भूर् ओम सः ओम जूम ओम हौं ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। ओम हौं ओम जूम ओम सः ओम भूर् ओम भुवः ओम स्वः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम स्वाहा ओम भुवः ओम भूर् ओम सः ओम जूम ओम हौं ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। ओम हौं ओम जूम ओम सः ओम भूर् ओम भुवः ओम स्वः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ओम स्वाहा ओम भुवः ओम भूर् ओम सः ओम जूम Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Haum, Om Jum, Om Saha, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiv Bandhanam, Mrityurmukshayamamritat. Om Swaha, Om Bhuva, Om Bhur, Om Saha, Om Jum, Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Haum, Om Jum, Om Saha, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiv Bandhanam, Mrityurmukshayamamritat. Om Swaha, Om Bhuva, Om Bhur, Om Saha, Om Jum, Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Haum, Om Jum, Om Saha, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiv Bandhanam, Mrityurmukshayamamritat. Om Swaha, Om Bhuva, Om Bhur, Om Saha, Om Jum, Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Haum, Om Jum, Om Saha, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiv Bandhanam, Mrityurmukshayamamritat. Om Swaha, Om Bhuva, Om Bhur, Om Saha, Om Jum, Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Haum, Om Jum, Om Saha, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiv Bandhanam, Mrityurmukshayamamritat. Om Swaha, Om Bhuva, Om Bhur, Om Saha, Om Jum, Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Haum, Om Jum, Om Saha, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiv Bandhanam, Mrityurmukshayamamritat. Om Swaha, Om Bhuva, Om Bhur, Om Saha, Om Jum, Om Haum, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha.
Name relief. Offer some on eastern side. Om Hrim Srim Chandikayai Namah Swaha. Right. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Lakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Srim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Offer Google Shaga. Next up. Om Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Right. Achman. Om Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Chamaya Dattam Grihatam Purushotamaha Achmanam Samarpayami. Take a flower and fan the fire towards the berry 5 times. Om Banaspati Rasodbhuto Gandhadhyo Gandha Uttama Agreyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Prati Grihitam. Bow to the flame. Brahmagnaye Namaha. Alright. Take a flower, concentrate on Lakshmi Ma. Om Namostestu Mahamaye Sipite Surpujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostudem. Om Namaste Garudharudhe Kola Surbhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostudem. Om Sarvagye Sarva Varade Sarva Dushta Bhayankari Sarva Dukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostudem. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Shvetambar Dhare Devi Nana Lankara Bhushite Jagat Sthite Jaganmatar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karutu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Om Brahma Murari Sripurandhakari Bhanu Sasi Bhumi Sutva Buddhascha Guru Shukra Shani Rahu Ketavah Kurvantu Sarve Mama Suprabhatam Sakal Grah Shanti Sri Suryari Navgrah Devai Namaha. Boliye Sri Mahalakshmi Mata ki jai. Put the flowers and tap by the dia. we'll have bhajans and then we'll begin our discourse. Yeah. Sita, you start. Go ahead.
शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शंकर भोले सब देवों में देव निहारे जय बम बम भोले जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शंकर भोले सब देवों में देव निहारे जय
Sitaram, and welcome everyone to the 6 nights of Gyan Deepak's Devi Yagya. A special welcome is extended to our online and live ITV viewers who have joined with us as we engage in worship during this auspicious period. I now pass you over to the Paramacharya Pandit Haradev Prasad, who will lead us in devotion tonight. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, Suhani. Devotees, blessings to all of you who have joined together with us. On whatever platform, as you right word, Gyan Deepak platform, social media, ITV, welcome to all of you, blessings to all of you who have joined us. As Devi Katha continues, the journey continues. We are going to embark upon our journey as is customary. We will seek the blessings of Gajanan and Devi Ma Shivaji. So let's prepare ourselves as we firstly concentrate on Matang Mukh Mahaganapati Gajanan. Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Dinabandana Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Dinabandana Gananatha Dinabandana Siddhidata Shivatanaya Siddhidata Shivatanaya Parvati Nandana Bhavai Bhanjam Yuga Yuga Bandhan Jai Shri Ganesh Yuga Yuga Bandhan Jai Shri Ganesh Gananatha Gajavadana Gananatha Dinabandana Siddhidata Shivatanaya Siddhidata Shivatanaya Siddhi Pradayaka Gajanana Siddhi Vinayaka Gajanana Parvati Nandana Bhavai Bhanjam युग युग बंधन जय श्री गणेश। बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय। Devotees, we concentrate on Devi. Tonight, I would like you to visualize Ma Saraswati, who has been described to be the goddess of learning. We are going to perform Siddha Saraswati Stotram. That stotra for Saraswati Ma that brings success. Siddha Saraswati Stotram. Very powerful stotra. So I want you to concentrate, and as we begin, you can repeat in your minds, Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Visualize Ma Saraswati. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. At Siddha Saraswati Stotram. At Dhyanam. Shuklam Brahm Vichar Sar Parama Madhyam Jagat Vyapinim. Veena Pustakadharanim Abhayadang Jadyantakarapaham Haste Spartikamarikang Vidhatating Parmasine Sangshitam Vandetang Parameshwaring Bhagavating Buddhi Pradang Sharadam Dorbhir Yuktais Chaturbhi Spatika Mani Mayim Akshamalang Dadhanang Haste Naikena Padmasitam Picha Shukang Pustakang Chaparin Pashang Venang Mukunda Spatikam Mani Nibhang Bhasamana Samana Same Vade Chatatyang Nivasatu Vadani Sarvada Suprasanna Ya Kundendu Tushar Haradhavala Ya Shubra Vastravrita Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara Ya Shweta Padmasana Ya Brahm Achyuta Shankara Prabhitibhir Devai Sada Vandita Samang Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesha Jadyapaha. Repeat after me. Om Hrim Aim Dhim Klim Saum Shrim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Hrim Aim Dhim Klim Saum Shrim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Hrim Aim Dhim Klim Saum Shrim Saraswatyai Namaha. Some of the younger ones, I am sure, will be familiar with this mantra. You know it. It was given to you already. If you know it, chant this mantra. If not, Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Namaha or Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Keep on chanting either one of these two mantras. If you know the one we just said, this is preferable. If not, Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Om Hrim 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 Hridayka Bije Shashiruchi Kamale Kalpa Vispashta Shubhi Bhabye Bhabyanukule Shubhamati Varade Vishwandha Vishwandhangra Padme Padme Padmopavishte Pranata Janamano Muda Sampadayatri Protphula Gyana Kule Harihar Namite Devi Sansarasari Aim Japitushte Himaruchi Mukute Valkibhya Grahaste Matar Namaste Daha Jadatang Dehi Buddhing Prashastam Vedye Vedanta Vede Suti Paripathite Mokshade Mukti Marge Marga Tita Swarupe Bhava Mama Varade Sharade Shubrahare Dhim 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 Dharanake Dhritimati Nuti Bhir Nam Bhikirtaniye Nitye Nitye Nimitte Munijan Namite Nutane Vaipurani Punye Punya Prabhavi Harihar Namite Purna Tattva Swarupe Matar Matartha Tattve Mati Matire Madhava Priti Nadi Klim Suswarupe Daha Duritang Pustaka Vyagrahaste Santushta Kara Chite Smita Mukhi Subhage Jambhrani Stambhaniye Mohe Mugdha Prabodhe Mamakuru Kumati Dhvanta Vidhvansa Midye Gir Gaur Vag Bharatitvam Kavidhita Rasane Siddhi De Siddhi Sadhe Saum Shakti Biji Kamala Bhava Sukham Bhoja Murti Swarupe Rupe Rupa Prakashi Sakala Gunamaye Nirgune Nirvikalpe Nasthule नैव सूक्ष्मेप्य विहित विभवी जाप्य विज्ञान तुष्टे विश्वे विश्वांतराली सकल गुणमयी निष्कले नित्य शुद्धि श्रीं 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 स्तौमि त्वाहं मम खलु रसनां कदाचित् त्यज त्वं मामे बुद्धिर्विरुद्धा भवतु मम मनुपातु मां देवी पापात् मामे दुखं कदाचित् क्वचिदपि विषये पुस्तके नाकुलत्वं शास्त्रे वारि कवित्वे प्रसरतु मम धीर्म आस्तु कुंथा कदापि एतेतः श्लोक मुखे प्रतिदिन नमुषसि स्तौति यो भक्ति नम्रो वाणी वाचस्पते रप्य विदित विभवो वाक्य तत्वार्थ वेताम सस्यादिष्ट आर्थ लाभी सुतम इव सततं पातु तं सा च देवी सौभाग्यम तस्य लोके प्रसरतु कविता विघ्नमस्तं प्रयातु निर्विघ्नं तस्य विद्या प्रभवति सततं चाशु ग्रंथ प्रबोधः कीर्तिश्चैलोक्यं मध्ये निवसति वदने शारदा तस्य साक्षात् दीर्घ आयुर्लोक पूज्य सकल गुण निधि संततं राजमान्यो वाग्देव्यः संप्रसादात्रि जगति विजयो जायते तस्य साक्षात् ब्रह्मचारी व्रति मौनि त्रयोदशम आम अर्हनशम सारस्वतो जनः पाठात् भवेत् इष्टार्थ लाभवान् पक्षद्वये त्रयोदशम एकविंशति संख्यया अविच्छिन्नं पथेद्यस्तु सुभगो लोकविस्तृतः वाञ्छितं फलमाप्नोति शन्मासौर्नात्र संशयः ओम ऐं ओम ह्रीं ऐं धीं क्लीं सौं श्रीं वदवद वागवादिन्यै स्वाहा ओम ह्रीं ऐं धीं क्लीं सौं श्रीं वदवद वागवादिन्यै स्वाहा ओम ह्रीं ऐं धीं क्लीं सौं श्रीं वदवद वागवादिन्यै स्वाहा ओम तत्सत् से पुष्पं शिरसि धृत्वा ओम त्वं पुष्पे सर्वदेवानां सर्वकाम प्रदामता तेन सत्येन मे सिद्धिं देहि मातर नमोस्तुते इति अर्पणम् ओम इति श्री सनत कुमार संहितायां सिद्ध सरस्वती स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम् ओम श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा. We glorify Ma Saraswati. ईशारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां. Ignorance, devotees, is like a depthless ocean in which we all find ourselves drowning. Remember, ignorance is one of the 5 forms of mental afflictions. There are 5 forms of mental afflictions. Agyan or ignorance. Asmita, ego. Rag, attachment. Dvesh, aversion. Abhinivesh, fear of death. We all suffer from these 5 afflictions. But the last 4 are evolutes of Agyan. From ignorance, there is ego. Then attachment, aversion. Of course, nobody wants to die. This ignorance binds us to this world. Hence we say, Hey Sharade Ma, Agyanta se hame tarde Ma. Save me from this ignorance, implying of course, save me from these forms of mental afflictions that contaminate my life. Take me across this ocean of ignorance to the shores of wisdom. Hey Sharade Ma, Agyanta se hame tarde Ma. It is important to understand just one word we took there and the depth of it, what it means. What it means. Bhajans full of depth, devotees. You have to get to the essence of it. So as you chant, you have to understand what it is you're saying. What we're asking of that Divine Mother to free us from this bondage. He Sharade Ma, He Sharade Ma, अज्ञानता से हमें तार देना। तू स्वर की देवी, ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी, ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे। तेरी शरण हम, हमें प्यार देना। मुनियों ने समझी, मुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों के बानी। मुनियों ने समझी, मुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों के बानी। हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने। विद्या का हमको अधिकार देना। श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में बीना, मुकुट सर पे साजे। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में बीना, मुकुट सर पे साजे। हमारे मिटा के अंधेरे, मन से हमारे मिटा के अंधेरे। हमको उजालों का संसार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार देना। शारदे माँ, शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार देना। अज्ञानता से हमें तार देना। अज्ञानता से। बोलिए श्री महासरस्वती माता की जय। हम हैं अकेले, we are alone. हम हैं अधूरे, we are incomplete. What are we without you, O Mother? Devotees, if we understand what I said, these bhajans are so beautiful, so much depth. They actually express what we should be expressing genuinely to be, on this journey of spirituality, serving that Master, going towards that divine. And we must never forget that when we speak of going towards the divine, it actually, to put it simply, God realization is equivalent to self-realization or vice versa. Self-realization is equivalent to God realization. Why? Aham Brahmasmi. I am divinity. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. So when we say we seek God, actually we are seeking that high state of self-realization, equivalent to God realization. That is the ultimate state. State of Brahmanand. So devotees, every effort should be made in life for us to maintain this journey. For we have all embarked upon the journey. We need to maintain the journey. And before I go into tonight's discourse, a bit of advice from the sages again. The advice is simply that without that bhajan, that Hari bhajan, seeking that divine, one cannot attain to Shubhagati, that pure abode, that right pathway for realization. This human form is given to us not to eat, drink, make merry, as we say. We are on the doorway to liberation. We must perform the right practices. There is sadhya, sadhan, and sadhak. Sadhya, the highest objective, to seek the Lord. Sadhan, the pathway, the practices we carry out to reach to that sadhya. And who? The sadhak, each and every one of us. So devotees, we reflect upon these words of wisdom from those sages. Hari ka bhajan kar liri meri matiya bhajan vinana miliri shubhagatiya. Hari ka bhajan kar liri meri matiya bhajan vinana miliri shubhagatiya. Hari ka bhajan kar liri meri matiya bhajan vinana miliri shubhagatiya. क्या विषयों में फिरत भुलानी, क्या विषयों में फिरत भुलानी, अंत काल सब नरक निशानी, अंत काल सब नरक निशानी, जावत बीतर कल दिन रतिया. हरि का भजन कर लेरी मेरी मतिया भजन विनाना मिलेरी शुभगतिया. जग दुर्लभ मानुष तनु पाया, जग दुर्लभ मानुष तनु पाया, हरि के भजन बिन काम न आया, हरि के भजन बिन काम न आया. जिमन शिखर पक बिन बतिया. हरि का भजन कर लेरी मेरी मतिया भजन विनाना मेरी शुभगतिया. प्रीतम तेरे तन अंदर प्रीतम है, तेरे तन अंदर क्या खोजे बन पर्वत कंदर, क्या खोजे बन पर्वत कंदर, उलट देख घट माही सुरतिया, हरि का भजन कर लेरी मेरी मतिया, भजन बिना ना मिलेगी शुभ गतिया। ब्रह्मानंद वचन हितकारी, ब्रह्मानंद वचन हितकारी, छोर जगत की झूठी यारी, छोर जगत की झूठी यारी, हरि चरण में दिन रत करिया, हरि का भजन कर रेरी मेरी मतिया, भजन बिना ना मिले शुभ गतिया, भजन बिना ना मिले शुभ गतिया, भजन बिना ना मिले शुभ गतिया। So devotees, bhajan, whichever aspect of divinity we choose, perform that bhajan. We are admonished, क्या विषयों में फिरत भुलानी. Why caught up in the poisons of materialism? We have forgotten what is our highest objective. Antakal narak nishani, being caught up in these material things, pathway to hell. Definitely. Hell meaning suffering, pain, etc. Your entire life passes by without seeking that Lord. Then there is emptiness. Jagat Durlabh Manush Tanupava. Out of the 8,400,000 species of creation, the human form is the best, is the highest. And being born as a human being, what we need to do? Seek that Lord. Hari ke bhajan bin kam na aaya. Without that devotion to that Lord, as we keep saying, life is nothing but an empty dream unless one realizes the Supreme. Hari ke bhajan bin kam na aaya. No success. You might have apparent success, but that turns into losses. Yeah? And example is given. Like you have Jimmy Deepak bin Abatiya. You have a lamp, but no wick. How are you going to get flame? How are you going to get a flame? The diya is here. Even if you have the fuel and there is no wick, how are you going to get the flame? This is what happens to life if there is no devotions, not seeking that Lord. Pritamahai tere tana andar. That beloved. And who is he beloved? Not the one that we talk about. The Supreme Beloved. The divine. Pritam tere tana andar. He is inside of you. He is indwella. Ishwar and jiva vinashi. Kya khoje ban parvatak andar. Why then do you go looking all over? Mountain, cave, different places, looking for God, when He is, that beloved is right inside. So what you need to do, ulata dekha ghat mahi suratiya. Turn that vision from outward to inward. Not pravriti marg, nivriti marg. All these things we have been saying. We are impacting it upon the mind, whether you can understand it or not at this point. At some point, I hope that people understand this. That you need to go inside. Brahmanand is saying, Brahmanand vachan hitakari. These words that he has composed and put to us that all the sages have given to us, these words are for our benefit. Brahmanan bachan hitakari, for our benefit. Chhod jagat ki jhuti yari. Give up the falsehood of this world, the lies, the deceit, the dishonesty, etc. And don't tell me these things don't exist, no, devotees. Remember when I told you that dharma was destroyed by Ganesh Baba, and adharma also? Many people do certain things, they say that is dharma. It sounds good, it feels good, but it's not good. What are you going to get? As a matter of fact, those things are based upon lies, falsehood, deceit, tricks, games. Brahmananda is saying, Chhod jagat ki jhuti yari. And what you need to do? On a daily basis. Don't let time go by. Time, tide, opportunity, wait on no man. Turn to that Lord. Every moment you have, worship Him. We don't have time now, devotees. And how do I worship Him every moment? You don't have to sit in a temple and pray every day, whole day, All our actions dedicated to Him. Work is worship, duty is God. When I have the opportunity, I sit, I perform my pujas and so on, which I need to do. But then, as I continue my daily duties, the attitude must be one of devotion. I do everything for my Lord's sake. For my Lord's sake. These are offerings I'm making to Him, without the expectation of rewards. You decide, Lord. You are in charge. Devotees, so I need you to ask yourselves how many of you behave like this. And if not, why not? Most of us do things for ourselves, maybe for our families and so on and so forth. We look for the name, for the fame, the expectation of all His recognition, etc., etc. And do you get it? A little bit in between, like crumbs from the bread. If you make these actions of yours, the attitude becomes different. You offer it to the Lord. Asha dukhasya karanam. Expectation is the cause of unhappiness. We create that for ourselves. I want this, I had this expectation. It doesn't happen, you're in pain. You're in unhappiness, grief. Nobody causes it except we ourselves. If the attitude becomes different, life becomes different. And the very same things that people go craving for, these things come running after you. You don't have to go running after these things. It takes quite some time for people to understand this. And remember, devotees, I am just echoing the words of the sages, but I don't want to be just an echo. I want to give testimony that what the sages have said, you live it, you realize it's a fact. So if it's worth anything, it's my testimony also. Don't go running after things. Leave everything in the Lord's hand. Lord, I'm doing this for you. You decide. You are the ultimate. And see the difference. See the difference. Now it will take some doing. You know why? Because the ego is dominant. You know why? Because agyan is dominant, ignorance. That is why I started off by saying, Hey Shardema, agyan tasi hame tardema. Take me out of this ocean of ignorance, ma. Let me see and understand what the reality is. Yeah? So devotees, Saraswati ma, the goddess of learning. Knowledge is power. Now not just learning, but learning with application. All this we could talk it, We can give eloquent discourses and all this. But what about the application of it? Do I live it? I can sit down here and say, very good discourse, nice. Do you live it? We know it's nice. If it wasn't nice, sages wouldn't give it to us. And by you saying it's nice, it doesn't help you. What helps you is application of it. So in other words, as the saying goes, my father used to always say this, 1 ounce of practice is better than tons of theory. Live in the life. And if you live the life, a lot of these things I'm saying, you're going to get to the essence of it. Not just the meaning. You see, there are words, there's the meaning, and then the essence of what you're reading. And I keep saying, many know the words. A parrot could chant the whole Hanuman Chalisa. Does he know it? Does he know the essence of it? Many human beings also Chant from beginning to end. 18th chapter of the Gita. Do you know the essence of it? What is the purpose then? To me, better learn one verse good, understand it, get the essence, and then go deeper and deeper. Then you see different devotees. This is the journey, no? Okay? So, when you go this way, Saraswati Ma, blessings, application. Agyan is removed. No asmita, no ego, no attraction and no distractions. No. Fear of death, you don't even think of that. You are in the lap of the Divine Mother. So devotees, tonight, this is a discourse I like to also present based upon Saraswati Ma with a very powerful, what we call a Bij mantra, that if one could chant it, what happens? The successes that can come. Devotees, the sages always have discussions. When they come together, they always want to discuss constructive things. Things that will lift humanity to higher levels of realization. Now, the discussion once in Naimisharanya that we have so many gods, so many forms of gods. Isn't that so, devotees? Endless forms of gods. So a puzzle can arise in the individual's mind. All these different forms of God. Who should we worship? Who is fit enough to be worshipped? Well, let us go to the Devi Bhagavad devotees as Ved Vyas relating Katha to Raja Janmejai. And remember the background, how this happened. So, Janmejai, at this point of our Katha, he is saying, Janmejai Uvach, Kosau Satyavrato Nama, Brahmano Dvija Sattamaha, Kasmin Deshe Samutpanna, Ki Darshasya Padaswami, Katang Te Nasutah Shabdaha, Katham Ucharitah Spunaha, Tedhischa Ki Dashi Jata, Tasya Viprasya Takchanat, Katang Tushta Bhavani Sa Sarvagya Sarvasanchita, Vistarena Vadasvadya Katham Etang Manuramam. Devotees, see, Ved Vyas had mentioned about a certain individual whose name was Satyavrat, a young boy. And he mentioned how this child was in a state of abject ignorance. Really, really, when we say ignorant, we mean duncy, incapable of learning anything at all. But in due course, inadvertently chanting what they call the Bij mantra of Mahasaraswati, he became a Mahagyani. So this is very good for us to listen to. So those of us who have problems in assimilating, in learning, chanting this mantra, inadvertently he did it, and he became a Mahagyani. Now, Janmejai was curious, and he asked various questions. Who was this Satyavrat? Circumstances leading up to his being ignorant, duncy as we say, right? How he inadvertently chanted this mantra. He wanted to know everything about it. So Suji, who was relating this katha to sages in Naimisharanya also, Suji Ubach, Iti pushtas chada ragya vyasah satyavati sutah uvacha paramodarang vachang rasavachuchi. Suji is saying, when Ved Vyas heard the questions of Raja Janmejai, he responded, Vyas Uvacha, Shrunu Rajam Pravakshami, Kathang Pauraniking Shubham, Shruta Muni Samajeshu Maya Purvam Kurudvaha, Ekadaham Kuru Seshta, Kurvang Tastirthatanam Shuchi, Sang Prapune Misharanyam Pavanam Muni Sevitam, Pranamyaham Munin Sarvan, Tatta Varasramihi, Vidhi Putrastu Yatrasan, Jivan Muktaha Mahavrataha, Katha Prasanga Evasit, Tatta Viprasamagami, Jamad Agnistu Prapachaha, Muni Nevang Samastitaha. See, Ved Vyas is saying, O Janmejai, I'll explain to you. what has happened, what happened once upon a time, and this will clarify or answer your questions. Once it is said, many sages congregated in Naimisharanya. And Vedvyas is saying, I'm telling what I have heard. All these sages assembled, and devotees, when holy people assemble, what you would expect to have there? What kind of discussions? Nothing of scriptures, karmas, yoga, bhakti. And if you have a congregation of holy people, and this is not their discussion, you bet anything they're not holy people. They're not holy people. Holy men do not waste time in old talk, in speaking others, rumor mongering, etc. They occupy themselves in constructive discussion, critical analysis to lift dharma to higher levels. So this assembly, you have many, many great sages. An august assembly of divine ones, spiritual ones, intellectuals, great devotees, holy ones. So in such a situation, if anybody had doubts, one would ask the question because you are going to get authoritative answer. Right? If you have to get answers on dharma and so on, you go to the authority, the sages. So amongst them present was Jamadagni. Jamadagni devotees was the father of Parshuram. Remember we speak of Parshuram, one of the manifestations, Sri Ram with the axe. Jamadagni. Now, I just like to mention a little something about Jamadagni to see his power. The kind of sages we're talking about. Jamadagni's consort was named Renuka. Now, Renuka, some misdemeanor in the eyes of Jamadagni. Now, Jamadagni and Renuka had 3 sons. I can't remember everybody's name, but Parshuram was the smallest. So, when Jamadagni when we become aware of what the misdemeanor of his consort, he told his first son, I want you to behead your mother. Son said, how can I do that, O father? How can I do that? But the father gave him a slap. He was transformed into stone. Second son likewise. Couldn't do it. Stone. Parshuram. Parshuram, behead your mother. Without a moment's hesitation, Parshuram took his axe and beheaded his mother. Now, why did he do it? He had the full confidence that his father had the capacity to bring his mother back to life. Otherwise, he would not have done it. Devotees, the point I'm making here, when Jamadagni saw that, he was pleased with Parshuram and said, oh son, ask, what do you want? Ask a boon, I'm going to give you a boon. Parshuram said, Father, bring my mother back to life and forgive her any misdemeanors. So he had a solution. And when the father said, ask, I'll give to you whatever you ask for, he couldn't say no. Jamadagni put that head back to the body, that severed head, and devotees, she was brought back to life. Now, I'm just mentioning to you this for you to understand the power of the sages. If you go to Ramayana, devotees, Ramayana, when Bharat was going into the forest, Bharadwaj Muni wanted to test Bharat. In the twinkle of an eye, Bharat's army, but he had a whole retinue together with him. Thousands going to the forest to try to pursue Sri Ram to return. But they wished to Bharadwaj, where he was, his ashram. Bharadwaj tested Bharat. This is how we are tested. Bharat, I want you to stay. Let me extend hospitality to all of you. Bharat looking for God and Sri Ram. But here, the holy man is testing him. I want you to stay. Please remain. And, not to slight the holy man, Bharat agreed. But, he restless. He couldn't stay. But what he had to stay, where he had to stay. In the twinkle of an eye, Bharadwaj Muni created a whole village, a whole city, put it like that. Houses for everybody present. Servants who reading the mind. You don't have to ask for anything. Right? A Kamdhenu, they said, the cow of plenty in every yard. Devotees, go into Ramayana, you will see that. In the twinkle of an eye, he created that entire creation to test Bharat. And he was a devotee of Sri Ram. I'm talking about the power of these ages. And in society today, you have people who could just do one little thing here and there and Bhagwan ban gaye. They become God. They become God. Only foolish people will get caught up with that nonsense. You don't check that. Power, the sages have plenty of powers, devotees. Agastya Baba dried up the water from the ocean. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Raghavaya Nama Keshavaya Nama. He dried up the entire ocean. That same Agastya Muni lived underwater for 12 years doing tapasya. He's not a fish. Now these things are good for us to understand, and when people understand the power of these ages, no 2x4 will come and fool you, which is what happens. More show than anything else. I know what I'm telling earlier. Right? So don't look at power and feel that that's God, no? Watch power. So devotees, just a few words for you to understand what our sages tell us, and genuine sages. Not the quacks that we have. Let me go in the wrong direction. Devotees, so Jamad Agni, this is a powerful individual we're talking about. Jamad Agni, it was who had a question to ask. So, what was his question? Jamad Agni Ruvach, Sandehosti Mahabhaga, Mama Chetasi Tapasaha, Samajeshu Muninang Vai, Nisandeho Bhavamyam. Brahma Vishnus Tatha Rudro Maghava Varunu Nalha Kuberaha Evan Nastaштva Sena Nischa Ganadhipaha Suryo Ashvino Bhagah Pusha Nishanatho Grahastatha Aradhaneya Tamha Kotra Vanchit Artha Phalpradha Sukase Vyasya Satatang Chashuto Shashta Manadaha Varvantu Munaya Shigrang Sarvyagaha Sanshata Vrataha Evam prashne krite tatra lomasho vakyamabravit. Jamanagni sano vetabya adat prishta tvayanagha. Sevaniyatma shakti sarveshang shubham ichhatam. Para prakritir adyacha sarvaga sarvada shiva. Devotees, Jamadagni's question was, O holy ones, everyone present here, each one great intellectual, there is a doubt that arises in devotees' minds. And as I mentioned, you have so many different forms of God. So we have in the Hindu pantheon, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Maghava, Varun, Anal, Kuber, Pavan, Tvashta, Ganadhi, Surya Deva, Ashwini Kumar, devotees, all these 33 crore Devta, 33 million gods, and still counting in Hinduism. Yeah? So the question is, amongst all these, which form should one choose to worship to get all desires fulfilled, all problems solved? Aradhinaya tamah kota vanchitarth phalpradaha. To attain sukh, happiness, vyasa satatang chashu, to shashtamanadaha. Tell me, which one of all these? Now devotees, I know for a fact that many of us, in life you have certain situations. So you come, Guruji, who I should worship? I had this problem. Who I should worship? Which one of the gods? Now, this is a genuine question, right? And a genuine problem. So here, from scriptures, this is brought forth, right? Which aspect of divinity? So devotees amongst them was Lomas Rishi. Lomas Rishi. Lomas devotees of great sage. From Ramayana also you will get that. Now, I am not sure about this, if it's the same Lomas, but if people study Christian theology, they say Christ went to India. His guru there was a Lamas Rishi. Lamas. Lomas. Is it the same Lomas? And, it's a fact, it's established, so many, Christians may doubt it. Christ went to India. There is evidence of it. Jagannath Puri, he went there. Okay? But we are not saying anything is wrong with that. That's very good. There he got yoga, philosophy, Vedanta. When he preached love thy neighbors as thyself, right? Non-duality. Exactly what Hinduism says. But I'm not preaching Bible here. Let me get back to the scriptures here, devotees. Yeah? So Lomas Rishi, very, very powerful. Right? Very powerful. Ramayana will tell us about him. What a great sage he was. So Lomas Rishi was the one who answered. Jamadagni, that question you have asked, the answer is quite simple. And so Jamadagni asked a difficult question. Lomas said, the answer is quite simple. And devotees, we won't go into all the details, every single word they said. The essence of what he said was that there is one form, one aspect that everybody should worship. And the worship of this aspect, all success, all fulfillment, whatever it is, comes in life. And who is that? Who is that? Devotees. लोमस ऋषि सिंह सब शुभ की इच्छा करने वालों को उस अम्बा का सेवन करना चाहिए. परा प्रकृति आद्या च सर्वगा सर्वदा शिवा. Shakti, Devi, Amba. And devotees, those of you who were here, I think it was on Tuesday night, when I explained Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva going to different planes. And when they came to Manidweep, and they saw that Shakti, amazed. And they saw within the toenail of that Shakti, one toenail of Shakti, they saw countless universes. Countless universes. Now this will tell us the power of that Shakti, energy, primordial energy. This is what Lumas is saying. Right? That Shakti of Shiva. Yeah. वह सर्वगामिनी आद्या शिव शक्ति सबको सेवनी चाहिए. आद्य शक्ति, the foremost of all powers, देवी माँ. Who is she? वही ब्रह्मादिक देवता और महात्माओं की जननी है. She is the mother of the gods, put it simply. वही संसार रूपी वृक्ष की आदि प्रकृति मूल है. She is that root, as it were, मूल प्रकृति for the whole creation, संसार रूपी. Everything comes from the root, the seed. She is that. वह स्मरण और उच्चारण करते ही वांछित फल देता ही. सदैव वरदान देने को यह आर्द्रचित रहती है. सदा सेवनी है. Devotees, and Lomas is saying, whoever meditates upon her, whoever remembers her, whoever worships her, sincerely, genuinely, there is nothing that is too difficult to achieve. And devotees, again we have been saying, Brahma creates with Saraswati Shakti. Vishnu sustains with Lakshmi Shakti. Shiva dissolves with Kali Shakti. It is the Shakti, the energy, that makes things happen. So this is the power. So this is what Lomas is pointing out to us. But devotees, we can talk, but example of this is the highest precept. So he says, हे मुनियो, सुनो, मैं एक सुंदर इतिहास कहता हूँ, जैसे अक्षर के उच्चारण करने से ब्राह्मण ने सिद्ध प्राप्ति की. I shall explain to you how, and as I mentioned when I started, inadvertently, a Brahman boy just chanted the Bij mantra unknowingly, the seed mantra for Devi, and that transformed him inadvertently. So if the seed mantra had that power, and he didn't say it because he knew about it, inadvertently. It works, the power of it. Then what can we talk about the devotees? What do we know about it? This will say, to some extent, the power of Shakti. Not totally. For nobody can understand infinite power. Nobody. So devotees, he wants to explain an episode. कौशल देश में एक ब्राह्मण देवदत्त बड़ा विख्यात था. संतान उसकी नहीं थी और पुत्र के निमित्त उसने विधि पूर्वक इष्टि की. उसने तमसा के किनारे विधि पूर्वक मंडप करके और सब कर्म में चतुर ब्राह्मणों को बुलाकर विधि पूर्वक वेदी बनाए अग्नि स्थापन करके विधि पूर्वक वह ब्राह्मण पुत्रेष्टि यज्ञ करने लगा. There was a holy man whose name was Devdutt. He lived in coastal Desh, that is in India, so it doesn't really matter. We go with the story. He was married, and the problem is, as we heard last night, no sons. No sons. No children, not only sons, neither boy nor girl. Right? Santan usko nahi thi. And he always wanted to have a son to carry on the lineage, so to speak. So what he did? He was a learned man, and he knew that there's a solution. Any problem, wherever there's a problem, there is a solution, as we explained last night. So the solution, putrishti yagya, to perform a sacrifice so that you will have, out of that sacrifice, sons as a fruit. So arrangements were made to perform this yagya on the bank of the river Tamsa Nadi. A beautiful place was created, and devotees, as I explained last night, the main altar there was the Agni Kund, dug according to specifications. And there is a formula in the devotees. You know, the base of it is x by x. The depth of it should be 4x. On top, same thing as the depth. If you create an Agni Kund like this, you will see it is like a funnel. And if you extrapolate, it goes right into infinity. Yeah. That Agni Kund was created. And devotees, all preparations were made for the performance of this Putrishti Yagya. Now here they gave us the performers, the priests. Suhotra ko Brahma, the main priest in the Yagya called Suhotra. Right? Yagvalakya Muni, we have heard of him. Brihaspati ko hota hai. Devotees, phal ko stuti karne wala. And Gobhil ko udgata. Now there were 5 of them. Each one had a special function. Right? One of the persons, he was responsible for measuring the ground and specific dimensions, not by guess anything, you know. Specific dimensions. They measured. He knew how to get the type of wood for the havan, you know, the type of offerings you have to make. He was qualified in it. Each one was a specialist in his own right. But devotees of relevance to us was the person who was chanting the mantras. His name was Gobhil. And he was an old fella, an old priest. Right? I guess he was older than me. So devotees, that yagya started. And a lot of charity was given and so on. Wonderful things were done. And the Udgata, Gobhil, he began to chant Samved. And I told you, when you're doing such a yagya, the specific mantras created, Vedic mantras. You chant from a side, and you can't afford to make any mistake in the pronunciation and so on. Because every letter has a Shakti. And if you pronounce the letter wrong, you get the wrong Shakti. So you get well shocked if you're not careful what you're doing. So devotees, this Udgata Gobhil, he's chanting, and wonderful meter and so on and so forth. Right? But as an old man of devotees, you know what happens as you get older? The breathing becomes a little more problematical now. Right? So this old fellow, stopping the breathe all in between. And there are certain ways that you have to chant your mantra. So here, barambar shwas lene mein iska swar bhang hua. So in this way, like the mantra wasn't flowing according to the meter. And if this is not done properly, Devdat, the person for whom the yag was being done, would believe that this success wouldn't come. Success wouldn't come. You have to say everything perfect. Now there is something I want to tell you, devotees. The younger fella, he mightn't have that Shakti yet. He has to say his mantras right. Now that doesn't give the old fella the thing said wrong, eh? But when the older person keeps chanting, you sort of manawe that mantra. You tap on energy with that mantra. That if you just say a word alone, even if it's not proper, you still have effect. Understand good what I'm saying? Right? Now, I'm not making a plug for old people, but you have to understand the whole technique. Say, I have been doing 55 years, I'm doing puja. Right? Before that, mantras and so on. Don't you think after all these years chanting these mantras, there will be a certain degree of proficiency, a certain energy in whatever I say? Shabda Shakti? If you don't think that, then that's your problem. Something is wrong with thinking. And many people would say, whatever Guruji say does really happen. Why? Why? Not by chance. A young fella might come, now 5, 10 years, he will never have the same Shakti. Could never have it. It takes years. You see, it's like you're rubbing your palms together to create friction to get heat. The longer you rub the palm together, the more heat you're going to get. When you now start, where are you getting heat? So devotees, I'm all saying all this because even though Gobhal wasn't breathing properly, Devdutt was thinking that this man spoiling the mantra. Spoiling the mantra. So Devdutt ne kror kar. He became angry. Devdutt, the Brahman who do the yag. But he became angry with the priest. They're like, if Jason said, Guruji, you sent stupid in this boy. You cut me across, no? And remember, not years ago, Monday night it was, when Brahma created Vamri. And if Vamri say, to cut across somebody when they're talking, is a Mahapap. Devdutt, you think he didn't know that? But this anger overpowered him. And that expectation of having a son, thinking that if the thing is not done right, nothing will happen. And so it altered his attitude, his thinking, his behavior. I'm not saying this because I want to talk. You have to read into what I am saying. This is how people behave. Because of an expectation, attitudes change. Right? Principles go down the drain. You're overpowered by your own ego. And you make mistakes. You make mistakes. This is why I'm saying this. Devdutt, learned man. But what? Notice what I'm saying? Expectation for a son. Yeah? Right? Whatever else. Angry. He lost it, became angry. Anger leads to loss of reason. And from loss of reason, what? Self-destruction. And what is the root of all that? Desire. Desire for a son. So I'll read into all this now. If all the things just is to live life easy, so it's not easy just on the devotees. No. You have to be constantly aware. Otherwise, you keep on making mistakes. And the mistakes continue to haunt us. And then we wonder, doing this, doing that, I do so much job, and why this happening? Whatever reason. Nobody guess. And I keep saying, like a vehicle, if you tighten the wheel nuts, you could have a V8 engine, whatever, you're not going anywhere. The small things in life, the way we have to pay attention to. So devotees Devdutt went overboard. Now if you get vexed and stay quiet, okay. But some people get vexed and they can't stay quiet. So he stood up and he accosted this Gobhil. Hey, Muni Mukhya, oh chief priest, tu murukh ho. Look what he's telling the man, you are a fool. In front of everybody, devotees. See, imagine confusion in the yag. Right? The yag karta, right, accusing the chief priest. तुम मूर्ख हो जो तुमने स्वर भंग किया जबकि मैं काम कर्म और पुत्र के निमित्त यजन करता था तुमने अशुद्ध क्यों कहा? So again the I are doing this yag to get the son or whatever else, why it is making this whole thing impure? I losing out. See the I again? Very subtle. And make us make mistakes. You show that you want to do something good, but it is only because of your benefit. It's the ego, the I in it. And then you think, I'm doing so much good, good's supposed to come. Ego. There is an expectation when you behave like that. Devotees, I'm saying it to all of us, subtleties is in your head. I can't point out everything to you. I could do it for myself. Otherwise, you see, you're very much, introspective. You analyze, you critically analyze yourself. Every action, everything you do, intent, etc. You don't want to make mistakes, devotees. Try not to. Especially if you see it's like for self-gain, self-benefit. Devotees, so Devdutt expose himself. Why are you doing this when I'm doing this yag, to have a son? Devotees, so imagine that public insult. Gobil devotees, you think Devdat alone could get vexed? When the old fella get vexed, he get vexed more. तब गोभिल ने क्रोध कर, he became angry now, देवदत्त क्रोध कर देवदत्त से कहा, हमको मूर्ख कहते हो, you calling me a fool? And devotees, you know, मूर्ख, they say मूर्खस्य औषधि नास्ति, there is no cure for stupidity. Devdatti calling the man a मूर्ख. So now Gobhel is saying, all right, yeah, you call me a मूर्ख, इस कारण तुम्हारा पुत्र मूर्ख ही होगा. Because of that, what you have done, your son shall be a total murk, complete idiot. Now notice, he didn't say if you have a son, you know. He said your son will be, because he knew that the yag must come to fulfillment. He knew his power. He knew his power. You see? So devotees, when he said that, srap, and this world revolves around curse and blessing. These two things. And what caused these two? Your karma. You do stupidness, foolishness, wrong things, you get srap. You do good things, you get blessings. And who make these decisions? You yourself. Jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. Everybody on your own. We are all alone, ma. We are incomplete. Agyanta se hame tardi, ma. Devotee, that wasn't the end of this rap. Your son shall be a murk, और शब्द भी उच्चारण न कर सकेगा. He shall be incapable of uttering even a single letter. He can't learn. In other words, don't wait, don't see, as we say. He got a rap. So devotees, if you have any children and then, or husband or wife and then, they that stupid. You know, grandchildren, they can't learn. Check out, now maybe somewhere a strap. These things happen, you know. Strap, somewhere. Now, we come to 1 or 2 points here. Devotees, the Gobel is saying that as a person getting old, you know, the breathing and so on and so forth, for that you have to, you know, are you blaming me? So, hey, Mahamateswar Bhang mein mera kya dosh hai? What is the fault here? You think I'm doing it for spite? He's not doing it for spite. It happened as old people blowing or whatever else. Devotees, now, Devdat, all the anger he was in. Gobel, more anger. But Gobel do something now. This one just say you are a fool. This one say your son shall be a fool. Now Devdat got a shock. Yeah. यह बचन सुनकर साहब से भीत हुआ. Devdat दुखी हो उनसे बोला. Devdat now became very, very repentant, unhappy, knowing that my son will be a muruk. And as we said that previous night, you know, you could tell me anything, boy. Don't tell me nothing about my children. Don't tell me nothing about my parents. I'm going to react. Here, he got a slap that your son shall be a fool. So he was very, very pained at that. In great unhappiness. Now, he prayed, Hey Vipendra, niraparad mujhe kyo krur karte ho? Without a fault, you know, making a mistake, why you give me a slap? He and she do something wrong, you know. Now that is frightening. You stand up and you abuse the chief priest in the yagya in such an open manner, and you say you didn't do anything wrong. Niraparad. And now he goes on to say, Munishwar sada sukadayak akrodi hota hai. The sages are always very, very beneficent. They give blessings to others. They don't have anger. And what he was doing. You see, monkey don't watch his own tail. So we always find faults in others. We don't look at ourselves. When where it all started? Not with Devdat. He started it. Now you want to blame, lady blame now. You're supposed to be a sage. You're not supposed to get angry. You're very compassionate, very merciful. A small mistake I make here, a small mistake. Anytime anybody do something wrong, they always feel small, you know. You know how the person feels. This is why I keep saying, you could say small, but the magnitude of that should depend upon the effect it has on the person. If something you say shattered me, you think it's something simple. I'm not saying so. But this ego again, all of us, attitude. Everything is about me. No devotees. The day we can start thinking about others, Paropakar. That's what Paropakar is about, you know. Not once in a while give a hampan thing, no? You know, and give $500 somewhere and take a picture and put in newspaper. No, 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 no. Thinking of others. Empathy. How they feel. Yeah. So devotees, this Devdat, he began to lament. He said, Putra no hone se pahele hi dukhi tha. I have no son. That was my problem from before. Ab tumne fir dukhi kiya. Now you telling me if I have a son, he shall be a muruk. More trouble now. So I started with the problem. Now I come with more problem. वेद वारी कहते हैं पुत्र न होना अच्छा है परंतु मूर्ख अच्छा नहीं. Yeah, young fellas. He's saying the Vedas say better don't have a son than to have a son who's an idiot, who's a muruk. Yeah, better than to have a son. All you can see with that? Yeah. If you have a son who's stupid, boy, every day you die. A stupid son. Muruk. And I hope nobody here happen to be muruk. Because remember, say, murkhasya aushadhi nasti. Devotees. So he began to lament. Right? And better yet, he's saying, if my son, as a Brahman, priestly caste, right, if he is a murk, to sabka nindani hota hi hai, then everybody going to vilify me, condemn me, criticize me. And I've said this in the past, devotees. If, say, my son Umesh, if he was an idiot, you are here. How do you feel? He knows so much. What's his son so notice? Watch. And that happens. But when they see the children elevate themselves, nobody can say that. Can't say that. But this is how society is. Not understanding a person's problem and like a beating a dead horse. Whip him again. This is how society behaves. And he was aware of that. And devotees, don't feel our society different, no? Find out, oh, I'm so sorry. When you go, good, it happened to him. Good. He playing smart. He don't. Yeah. And now if you say it quiet inside, it's okay, but you put it on social media too. Yeah. Social media. The whole world know your business. So devotees, this individual worried about all that. And in brief, he's saying, if you have a holy man, and this is where I get it from, you know, he belonged to the priestly caste, whatever else. If he's unlettered, if he's unlearned, so to speak, right, to worship such a person is a waste. You have no merits to get. Siddhan, so on as we normally give Dakshina Dan to such a person is a waste. You have no merits to get. If a man, a holy man is unlettered, is ignorant, he doesn't have that qualification. Bowing to such a person, you lose merits. I keep saying that. Devi Bhagavad, Devdat is saying that. My son will be in no position to receive this respect and honor and so on and so forth. And if anyone wants to do it, he's not qualified. They get no blessings from doing that. So I keep telling everybody, all of us want to bow on any foot, all this is all about. Go ahead. Fix up. Ordinary kind of life they live in. Anything is wrong. I'm not saying disrespect them, you know. Sitaram, pranam, bow from far. If you know them, nothing is wrong. But I keep saying heat flows from a point of high intensity to low intensity. Yeah. So if you fasting, you're living a life, and you this dusht, living a careless kind of life, you loose, you're lascivious, whatever else, you touch him, what is going to happen? You lose merits. You lose merits. So devotees, you know, we have plenty of devotees, they like to bow to God. And not only bow, but hug up and all too. All go ahead. Hug up the Pandit. How can a Pandit, what must be in his mind when you hug him up? Yeah. All kind of things are devotees. And you expect to get blessings. Yeah. And an unpassing judgment, you know, devotees, mean from experience you know that you have all kind. You have all kind. Right? You be careful. This Brahman was honest enough to say, my son wouldn't be qualified for that. Oh, Holy One, please forgive me. And devotees, that begging, they say the holy man's mind is like butter. I still say butter could still get hard. The mind melts soft very, very quickly. When Devda began to plead and beg like this, go hill right away, the mind become very soft, very sympathetic. And he said, okay, Gobhil, Devdat, I have given you this shrap, I can't take it back. The spoken word, na devotees, you can't take it back. The shot arrow, the bullet you fire, you can't take it back. Tempting gone. Yeah? Once it's done, it's done. But what I'll tell you, O Gobhil, Devdat, that in due course, that son of yours, he will become a Mahagyani. So he will be born an idiot, a total idiot, unlettered, unable to even express himself. But in due course, he'll become a Mahagyani. How will it happen? Gobhil didn't say, but that blessing was given. So Srap and Ashirvad, devotees, yag was concluded. And whatever they got from the yag and so on, devotees, the charu, as we said from last night, Katha, that was given to the wife of Devdat. Yeah, I think her name was Rohini. Not this Rohini here. Yeah. And devotees, she partook of it and so on, and in due course, a child was born. You think the word of the sages could ever fall? Could do what you want. The child was born. Normal. Not like last night, one take 12 years and born dead. Born normal. But when you say normal, normal birth, no? Looking like normal, but the child abnormal. You're stupid. From small, you can see the child looking stupid. How do we know that? I don't know. I think when my mother saw me before, she realized I was stupid. You have certain signs in your face, something, I don't know what it is. Devotees, simply put, this child really, this Srap, couldn't do anything. Couldn't help himself. Nothing. He can't learn anything. He continued to grow up. We shorten it now. At all the different sanskar that we do for children. The Brahman did all that for the child. But no improvement at all, nothing at all. He remained foolish. He couldn't learn anything. The basic thing he couldn't learn. Not knowing how to bathe himself, anything at all, devotees, nothing at all. Right? And so before very long, the whole village, look at the kind of son they don't have. Watch, he can't even bathe. He doesn't know this, he doesn't know that. And the poor child, a question can be asked, devotees, why this child had to suffer for what the father did? So many people say children suffer for the father's sins. So let me ask you a question, let's be realistic. If he is that stupid and so on and so forth, do you think that he knows what was happening to him? Huh? He's unaware. Who do you think was suffering under these circumstances? This child, you know what his name was? Uthatya. Here he cannot name the Giri child. But they better than Bubuluk and Chukuluk something, eh? Right? Uthatya. Giri child named Uthatya. Right? Devotees, who do you think was suffering? And as I said earlier on, if I see my children suffering, that is the greatest pain for me. I could bear my pain. I don't want to see my children suffering. In other words, it wasn't Uthatya who was suffering, because he wasn't aware. If you're not aware of suffering, how could you suffer? Are you with me? You're not aware of any kind of suffering, not feeling anything. How are you suffering? But if I am like you're my son and I see you suffering, I feel the pain. I am suffering. Devdat was the one suffering. It wasn't Uthatya, because he was unaware, unconcerned. This is why I've been telling many people, we have had situations with children born with palsy, with cerebral palsy, different diseases. You have to take care of them. People say, oh, the child is suffering, the child know nothing. The parents have to undergo the sacrifices. The parents making, it is their karmas you have to work out. And you're paying that karma, burning them out by taking care of the child. The child not experiencing anything. The child is unaware. Okay? So the parents, devotees. This is why we are responsible. So don't give me the parents sinful on the child. No. We suffer the consequences. So devotees, it was terrible. It was very terrible. You know, for this situation to be like that. And people abusing you, whatever have you. The child was about 12 years of age, devotees. I don't know, maybe something was happening. He kind of picked up a little bit that the rejection he was getting from his own parents. Because after a while, they get fed up too. And society and what? You know, a young boy, you know, going to teenage years, what to do? He took a decision somehow or the other that he's going to leave the house. And he went into the forest. And the place he started to stay right there. An ashram he had. You call it an ashram, a shack, no? And in little ways, as best as he could, taking care of himself, learning little bit as he go along. But he was wise enough, and perhaps the word of the sage taking effect now, that to understand that certain basic things I must do in life. So he's getting there, but not yet a Mahagyani. Getting out of the trap of being helpless and totally useless. Helping himself a little bit. And he had the sense now to decide that, you know what? There is one thing I'm going to do. I can't read, I can't do this, I can't do that, but there is one sacrifice I'm going to make. I'm going to maintain the truth, no matter what. The truth. And so he was called Satya Brat. He whose observance, sacred observance, Brat, was Satyam, truth. Now devotees, if you all know how that's hard to do, and all know? To maintain the truth? Huh? Calvin? You told me, my truth, your truth, and the truth. I learned from you too, you know. Yeah. When you go to court, there's your truth, my truth, and the truth, which is the real truth. Perception, whatever appears to be. Who could convince more than the other person? It doesn't make it the truth. Yeah. So devotees, truth is a very, very difficult, quality to maintain. Very difficult. Sometimes a little twist in what you say makes it an untruth. If you collate a little bit, it's an untruth. It's not the truth. Truth is that which is. Full stop. So devotees, if say, Raj, I'll use an example, is all right with you? Raj come late. Guruji, I'm Pandit, something keep me back. All the time Raj very late. Right? But something keep him back. I understand the point. I understand that happened. I'll use an example. Is that the truth? It's not the truth. Tell me the truth. I sleep away, I get up late, I run late, whatever it is, that is the truth. Not, I come in, it has traffic. I myself try that, go along the road late, traffic. You see, when you're paying things in this way, it's not the truth. Now, that might sound insignificant, but devotees, this is not the truth. If you want to maintain a brat, Satya Brat, you cannot paint the truth. You can't. You have to, what is. And he was stupid enough not to paint any truth. So sometimes it's good to be stupid, so. You say what is. What is. You don't make up. So even this negativity condition he was in helped him to maintain this sacrifice, truth. No, you can't make up nothing. He is so smart to make up any lie. He is so smart to bring any excuses. All the child will say, just exactly what you see, what you feel. So some of you should be utat, yeah? Right? Get to that level of stupidity where you say exactly what it is. Don't make up. But when you're too smart, we create our own problems. Yeah? So devotees, this child maintained that brat, Satya Brat. And so he was known everywhere as Satya Brat. And he continued life, and maybe the blessings of Gobhil coming up, taking effect now, a certain incident happened. And this is why I keep saying nature conspires to put factors in place to help us as we go through life. Devotees, a hunter was hunting a hog. Hunter hunting hog. Good. The good thing hog is not how we do. Devotees, hunter hunting the hog, and he shot the hog. And this hog screamed, and it ran through the ashram of Satya Brat. But while running through there, that hog made a sound. Now some may say oink oink, maybe penny go oink oink, you go ay ay. Right? Ay ay. That was the kind of sound he made, rushing through the hermitage. And this Utsatya heard that. So Satya Brat. Ay ay. So he himself said, ay ay. Ay. Now the Bijman for Saraswati Mata is ain, ang. So there wasn't the anuswar, that thing on top. There was just ay. Just Bij alone. Inadvertently, ay, ay. That was all he said. And devotees, hug went up in the bushes. Hunter came into the ashram. Satyavrat, did you see the hug pass here? Now devotees, as I said, maybe the blessing of Gobhil, and all the factors coming together. The Satya Mata, Mother is truth. When you maintain the truth, that is Devi worship, not portend hard and lying day and night. Huh? You might not offer hard, but maintain the truth. You worship in Devi. So devotees, he worshipped Devi. I want you to understand. It didn't happen by guess. He worshipped Devi by maintaining that Satyam. Satyam Mata, Pita Jnanam. Devotees, the blessings accrue. At that point in time, he was in a situation. Oh, Satyavrat, where is the hug? Now, the blessing of Master Saraswati. He began to think, if I point out where the hug has gone, he will go and he will kill the hug. And I'll become, Kelvin is accessory after the fact, how you call it? All right. I learned some law from Kelvin. Accessory after the fact. I become guilty. I'm guilty of getting the hog killed. And if I say, no, the hog didn't pass here, I'm telling a lie. And I took a vow not to tell a lie. Maintain the truth. Devotees, Master Saraswati's blessings. And a simple way, he said, O hunter, that which saw cannot speak. And that which could speak didn't see. All understand that? Huh? All look like Utatsis, quite a few all here. Yeah. Devotees, what can see or what saw cannot speak. The eyes saw, but the eyes can't talk. What could talk, what could speak, didn't see. The tongue could speak, but the tongue didn't see. And this is something to pay attention to, Calvin, when all the witnesses come. The eyes see one thing and the mouth saying something else. That's why that is that truth. And whoever truth and whatever truth. All that is untruth. Right? But the point is this, the eyes saw, but the eyes cannot speak. The tongue could speak, but the tongue didn't see. So I can't see nothing. Devotees, now if you tell anybody normally this, they'll think you're mad. The hunter thought this fellow was going. He said, oh, Satyavrat. But devotees, he got himself out of that entanglement. He did not tell a lie. In a simple way, that wisdom came to him at that point in time. Simply by reciting Om, Ai. And of course, don't forget the blessings of Gobhil. Not forgetting the sacrifice he made, Satyam, maintaining truth. So devotees, like a cloud lifted off him. And the Katha goes on in a very due course. In due course, his parents recognized what he was, he changed. Devotees, he became a Mahagyani. He excelled his father even in Gyan through the blessings of Gobhil Brahman. Gobhil told him, you shall have a because he shall become a Mahagyani. So devotees, through the blessings of Master Saraswati, that Bij mantra, Lomas is saying, just the Bij mantra, not even correctly said, had that power. And this individual, underwent transformation, he became a Mahagyani. So then, isn't the answer quite obvious? Who to worship? Mahashakti, Devi, the root cause of all success, all fulfillment. Not a blade of grass moves without Shakti. Devotees, and I is the Bijman for Saraswati Ma. Saraswati Ma. So if you notice Satyavrat, he didn't only talk. That talk, the words, had direct application to relieve him from distresses. Knowledge with application. You can learn how much. If you can't apply, that learning is useless. Knowledge with application. This is Saraswati Ma. So Saraswati Shakti devotees, Kriya Shakti. Activity with application. Knowledge with application. Kriya Shakti. This is why when for exams and so on, we do Saraswati Puja. Why? Because whatever we learn, we get that inspiration how to apply and apply wisely. And I've been saying many a times in many exams, they put a question there, they say, beyond, outside of the syllabus, right? They say, make an intelligent guess, an educated guess. Right, Raj? Educated guess. What is an educated guess? Right? Don't write stupidness. What is an educated guess? What I am saying, you meet up something like that, and if you can tap into that inner power, the inner Saraswati, everything becomes available. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is hidden. So you don't have to make an educated guess. You say what is. You answer your question. Yeah? So devotees, this Shakti, specifically for knowledge and application. Right? Knowledge with application. And, she sits on the swan. Right? The swan, it is said in this beak, there's an enzyme. If you mix milk and water, the swan, give it to the swan, it releases the enzyme into that water. It helps the milk to coagulate, that mixture of milk and water. It will extract all the milk and leave the water behind. So Saraswati Ma sitting on the swan indicates that also. Knowledge, discriminative power with the right understanding, application. Right application. It makes no sense you know something and you can't apply it. Or you apply it in the wrong place, in the wrong sense. That knowledge is useless. All right? Now, devotees, where Saraswati Mata is concerned, we know her color is white. White symbolizes purity. White symbolizes spirituality. White is the basis of all colors. Isn't that so? So, whatever field you may have, whatever colors there may be, everything emanates out of white. If you pass white light through a prism, you get the colors of the spectrum. Reverse everything, you get back white. That truth, knowledge is power. Knowledge is the base of everything. That Lord devotee is Satchit Anand. Knowledge, wisdom, experience. Knowledge is important. And a man without knowledge, mind without education, devotees, to put it simply, Chanak Maharaj says, you see like a swan amongst kobo? I don't know what the kobo is, right? Plural is kobox? Or kobo self? Kobos. Devotees, you have a swan sitting amongst a kobo among swans. You have educated people and you have a swan inside, a set of swans and you have a kobo inside here. That is how an uneducated person is like amongst the educated people. You can't talk, how you conduct yourself, behavioral pattern. Devotees, knowledge is important. This is why our people, our ancestors, parents, they insist on education. They insist. This trains us. Knowledge is power. It helps us to get into our inner beings. And so all the young ones must realize this. Knowledge, how important knowledge is. Studying, right? Saraswati Ma will guide you and take you forward. Success is bound to come. Right? That divine power is here within you. Let's tap into it. Without fear. Okay? So devotees, today I was asked a question, if somebody worship another aspect of God, if they won't get knowledge. So I say, yes, but I use the analogy, and perhaps Jainavine could understand this, If your coil bad, why you go and change your battery? In your car? If your coil bad, you go change your battery? The point I'm making is that all of us, we are like a motor car, all the powers in us. And depends upon what we're lacking, what weakness, we choose a particular aspect of divinity to help us in that. So if education, knowledge is the problem, I go to Saraswati. As a man think it, so he become it. Right? If mind power is the problem, I go to Hanuman, the mind principle. If the intellect is the problem, I go to Suraj Narayan Swami, which represents the intellect. Specific mantra is like medicine. Right? You have a cough, you take cough medicine. You have a fever, you take fever medicine. Whatever the devotees. Right? And if you don't know what you have, take Panchin. And you're okay. Yeah. Most people think like that. Yeah. So devotees, yes, you can get whatever, but you see, it helps us to zone in, to focus upon what we want to achieve. So where education is concerned, right, Saraswati Ma. And devotees, not only people writing the exam, life itself is an education, is a journey for all of us, how to apply what we have learned. Sometimes financial situations, different situations arise in life. You have to have the right sense how to handle these things. And not obia. Correct analysis. Put God in front. Tap into that energy. And success can come. Devotee, this is what Hinduism gives to us. To help us. To go along the journey. Alright? So, to all of you, Saraswati Shakti, for specific purpose, you want to pray to anyone is quite okay. Durga Ma, Kali Ma, Saraswati Ma, quite okay. But as I said, for specific objectives, we can choose a particular aspect to suit. But Saraswati Ma devotee is necessary. And every year, in the month of Magh, we have Basant Panchami, Saraswati Puja. There are different kathas on Saraswati Ma. I just thought I'll present this one to show us the power of Devi. If just a Bij mantra alone, not even correctly said, part missing, is so powerful. Think if you do it the right way, what will happen. Okay, devotees? So Saraswati Ma. Loma Sushi said, argument done. Devi, Ambika Ma is that force that must be worshipped. That is why we say, no matter which aspect of divinity you worship, Shiva, Hanuman, you must always worship a form of Devi. Your choice. Tap into that energy. Okay, devotees? So this is Saraswati Shakti. And remember, Om Srim Hrim Saraswati Swaha. And there's more, Saraswati Mata number is 7. Why 7? 7 is the name of creation. She is creative energy. You have 7 days in a week, right? You have 7 main chakras. You have Saptadhatu, 7 main components in the body. It could go on and on. Yeah. All these things not by chance, devotees. Okay? So it all relates to us. And if we can't make use of this type of knowledge and so on to go to a different level, then who is to blame? Who is to blame? Even Utsat become a Mahagyani. So why shouldn't we do? Okay? Right, Dharam? Bole se Aar Shakti Mahasaraswati Mata ki. So we conclude here, devotees. We'll make preparation for the final Havan. And while it's being done, we'll glorify Ma Saraswati. Won't everybody join me? Jaya 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 Mata Saraswati, Jaya Shubhadayini Varadayini, Hansavahini Padamasana Mata, Veena Pustaka Dharini, Jaya Shubhadayini Varadayini. Devi Ma, Shubhadayini, Varadayini, Mata Saraswati. She is a giver of wisdom, knowledge, etc. So devotees, we praise her in this context. And by praising her, we imply, Ma, bless me. Bless me. Your blessings may inspire me, lift me to higher levels. Jaya 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 Mata Saraswati, Jaya Shubhadayini, Varadayini, Jaya Shubhadayini, Varadayini. Padmasana Mata, Hansavahini, Padmasana Mata, Veena Pustaka Dharini, Jaya Shubhadayini, Varadayini, Jaya Shubhadayini. Jaya 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 Mata Saraswati, Jaya Shubhadayini. सकल जगत की पालन करनी, सकल जगत की पालन करनी, विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती। विष्णु महेश शेष सब, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शेष सब, तेरे ही गुणगान करे। हम सबका कल्याण करो माँ, हम सबका कल्याण करो माँ, विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी कंसवाहिनी पद्मासन माता, कंसवाहिनी पद्मासन माता, वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी। बोलिए श्री महासरस्वती माता की। ओम गंगनपतये नमः स्वाहा, श्री गौरी माता स्वाहा, पृथ्वी माता स्वाहा, पंचलोक पालिवाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा, ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा, श्री सूर्यारि नवग्रह देवाय स्वाहा, ब्रह्मग्नये नमः स्वाहा, ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः स्वाहा, ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा, महालक्ष्मी माताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा, ओम श्री ईश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, श्री परमेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, श्री शीतला देवी स्वाहा, श्री महाअन्नपूर्णा देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री मंगला देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री चंदी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री मनसा देवी स्वाहा, ओम ह्रीं षष्ठी देवी स्वाहा, ओम सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, ओम ऐन्द्री देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री अग्निरूपा देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री वाराही देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री खड्गधारिणी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री वारुणी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री मृगवाहिनी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री कौमारी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री शूलधारिणी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री ब्रह्मानी देवी स्वाहा, श्री वैष्णवी देवी स्वाहा, श्री 10 महाविद्या देव्याभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा, सीतारामचंद्राभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री इष्ट देवाय स्वाहा, ओम श्री कुल देवाय स्वाहा, ओम श्री अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा, ओम श्री ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा, ओम श्री इतर कर्म प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा, 5 times again, श्री वास्तु देवाय स्वाहा, 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा. You take over for Purnahuti, John? Pick it up, yeah. I wash out the hand. Please all stand, devotees. We concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayubhavaya cha Namah Sankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Shivaya cha Shivtaraya cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamedah Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Om Sarva Papaharang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang cha Maya Dattam Grihitam Purushotamaha. Om ब्रह्मग्नये नमः आचमनम समर्पयामि. बोलिए श्री महासरस्वती माता की जय, जगदम्बा माता की. Devi Aarti devotees, we all join together. While Aarti is in progress, you will receive your Aarti.
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा
कनक समान कलेवर रतांबर राजय रक्त पुष्प गल माला कंकन पर साजय
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
के हरि वाहन रहजत खंग खपर धारी सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक तिनके दुख हारी
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर समराजत ज्योति
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
शुंभ निशुंभ विदारे महिषासुर घाती धूम्र विलोचन नयना निषधिन मदमाती
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
चंद मुंद संहारे शोभित बीज हरे मधु कैतव मारे सुर भय हीन करे
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी तुम कमल रानी आगम निगम बखानी तुम शिव पतरानी
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
64 योगिनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरू बाजत ताल मृदंग और बाजत डमरू
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
तुम ही जग की माता तुम ही हो भरता भक्तन की दुख हरता सुख संपत्ति करता
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
पूजाचार्यति शोभित वरमुद्राधारी मन वांछित फल पावत सेवत नर नारी
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
कंचन थाल विराजत अगर कपूर पाती श्रीमाल की तुम्हें राजत कोटि रतन ज्योति
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
श्री अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया
मंत्रराज हरे राम हरे कृष्ण जी कंकु डिवोटीज हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे शिव राम सखी प्रभु त्रिविध ताप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनुहरिः ओम आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी गच्छ गच्छुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थाने परमेश्वर यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासन ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषामिन्दि वर्षामो हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं परमेश्वरी यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्ने स्वस्थाने कुण्डमध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे ब्रह्मज्ञे नमः ओम त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय जगदम्बा माता की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय उदय शाह जगन्नाथ की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सच्चे सनातन धर्म की जय बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु blessings to all kindly be seated offer the flowers and bow you can take the fire outside now
Sitaram, as we culminate the proceedings of the 6th night of our Devi Yagya, special thanks is extended to the Paramacharya Pandit Haridev Prasad, who conducted Bedi Puja and Discourse tonight. In this way, you provide us, the devotees, with the opportunity to optimize our prayer and devotion during this auspicious time. Thank you to Auntie Chan and her friend Auntie Leela, who sat for puja this evening. Your sacrifice and efforts to prepare for and perform puja during this period would definitely be rewarded. We are grateful to our audiovisual team who continues to facilitate the airing of our Devi Yagya. Heartfelt thanks must be extended to you, the devotees, who physically attended our Yagya tonight, as well as our online and IETV viewers who also engaged in devotions with us. We do hope that you join us tomorrow as our Nav Raatri celebrations continue. Lastly, both salted and non-salted refreshments have been prepared and can be collected along with prasad at the front. Do have a safe journey back home, and may the blessings of Devi be with you. Sitaram.
Thank you very much. Devotees, sit down a little bit. Or Tyson or women stand up. Women stand. Sit down. Stand up, right? I just want to say a very special word of thanks to Avinash and Viaz. Now, tonight we don't have the regular people to play the PA and to stream, and they are filling very nicely. Dinesh came earlier on and set up and so on, right? Okay, but we appreciate this very, very much, and I think that the viewers online, etc., they will benefit if this was not working. So many blessings and thanks to both of you. I really appreciate it. duty called, you live up to expectations. And we hope to see you continuing like this. God's work must go on. It depends on none of us. None of us. Right, Dharam? Depends on none of us. If I'm not here, somebody else will do it. Right? But when we have the opportunity, we make the best use of it. So devotees, we have come to the end, and blessings to Chan and Leela. Right? They sat and performed their pujas today. Their cousins and sister-in-law. Right. So their sister-in-law, they say they're not friend. But sister-in-law could be friend too. Right? I mean, if you're not friend, I mean all of X. All right. So blessings to both of you. And devotees, to all of you, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We have 2 more sessions. Tomorrow night, and we finish Sunday, we start at 3 o'clock. Remember, Sunday, we have offerings and so on, Kanya Puja, and for all intents and purposes, we conclude our Nav Raatri celebration on Sunday. The Janamashmi, the Nav Raatri period, Navami Tithi is finishing Monday morning. So this is why I chose to finish Sunday evening, and not to go into Monday evening. So it's not 9 days, but it doesn't matter. If you want to go till 9 days, you can go. You go 10 days, you can go ahead. Go the whole week next week. It's up to you how much devotions you want to carry, all right? But we are concluding Sunday evening. So we invite all of you to come and join together with us. All right? All right. Chana, tell you good. Stand up, how you get up now? Stand up and tell everybody, sit down. Yeah. Oi. Yeah. Sakal bunch? Yeah, sit down. Blessings, devotees. Have a safe journey back home.